Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we are here for round three. I am Pope Hoffy, joined by Prez, and we have got a rematch of our first round matchup, Frosty and Evil 668 minus two. How you doing, Prez? How you doing, man?
Oh, I'm doing great today. It's going to be a good time. I got this fancy new monitor, new camera setup, my mic.
I'm very, very excited. He unplugged his own microphone. We love it. We love the invitational.
Is it
Uh,
back? Is it back now?
you're back. You're back.
Yeah,
Welcome back.
that was a great start to the day.
So we just saw Frosty knock out our chess guy player Bowling Bent here. We have got a super fun matchup here. We've got Blue Black Shadow for Evil, and we have Rainbow Depths here. We do know that Blue Black Shadow was able to take this in the first matchup, but think I think Frosty's got a little bit of an edge here after seeing how the game went the first time. What are you thinking here?
I'm thinking that's. I'm not exactly sure how I feel about this matchup. I do think that Rainbow Depths definitely has some more. Why can't I brain today? Rainbow Depths definitely has a lot of game here. I also think though that Shadow, in Shadow's case, you're probably more fine just going really deep on a Death Shadow super early. Just because that again, Rainbow Depths is going to one shot you.
Yeah,
That is it. You
yeah,
can only take one attack.
yeah.
So I kind of like the ability to go all in. I also really like the reanimate out of this deck. I remember that was in the original deck tech of the Pro Tour that this deck debuted in.
Mhm.
And I know I've done it before where you cycle Street Wraith and then reanimate the Street Wraith, and you have a 3/4 Swamp Walker that doesn't die to Fatal Push on turn one. It's really good, and it also puts you at 12 life. So
Yeah, and also our wonderful mod here, Dr. Leo, pointing out this is a 4x wasteland matchup here. We
that
did
is
not
true.
Frosty was able to avoid a wasteland in that Jeskai matchup here, and we are just going to just dip into four wastelands here. That's gonna be kind of tough to see from a depths player for a
Yeah,
depths player.
yeah, no, for sure. And the wastelands are going to be absolutely critical here. Absolutely.
So let's go ahead and pull up the bracket here and see what we're working with here in round three. If our wonderful friend Mr. Jack Dex will do that for me. Oh, look at that. A king. So we've got Tensei and Champagne up at the top, our 1 and 2 seed. They're playing their match right now. Winner of that will be going straight to the final. That
Yes.
is that is a guaranteed final into some buys, a break. And then we've got the double rematch here on the bottom bracket. We've got Oliver and Charble, and we have Frosty and Evil. What are you thinking of our event so far? How are you feeling about everything that's happened so far?
So I think this event in general has been great, starting off with the most amazing sneak and show mirror I've ever seen in my life.
That was such a cool matchup. I was so jealous I didn't get to sit here and
Oh
commentate on it.
yeah.
So jealous of Doc and of Corey there for doing that one. That was just such
Yeah,
a sick
I was
matchup.
table spotting that match. It was sweet. But
Oh,
like overall the event's been really good. I just want to point out as well, last invitational, which was the first one we've ever done, people were knocked out in seed order. So we lost 8 and 7, then we lost 6 and 5, then we lost 4. And then once we got into the top three, things got a little bit squirrely. But
yeah.
just like last time, our 8th seed and our 7th seed got eliminated first.
But like we said, these like they just because they're ranked 8 and 7 seed, they have been 3 months
Absolutely
of just
tearing it up.
dedication.
Yes,
3 months of dedication to the NTG Paper Legacy Discord, showing up, having some bad weekends. That happens. Every Magic player has a bad weekend. Just being
exactly.
consistent with their matches. The only person who hasn't been inconsistent has been Tensai with an almost 80% win record. Um,
Which is very
and
impressive.
very impressive for what we've seen. And we're excited to see how these matchups go. So we're going to get into our round three matchup here of a rematch here with Frosty and Evil. I'm very excited here.
Yeah, for sure. And also Chaotic Bear pointing out in the chat there, yeah, it is true. Once you get down into the lower bracket, your seeding doesn't matter anymore. You
Mhm.
determine via die roll about who
Yep.
gets to play first. So that is one of the things we learned from last invitational, but hey, it works out. So
Yeah, I mean, we are learning as we go. We have staff here. Like I said, I'm a judge. We have judges on the staff. We are learning as we go of how to host these new kind of events for ourselves. We're not wizards. We don't know what we're doing. We're having the most fun here. We're hosting an invitational. Magic doesn't host invitationals, but we do, and that's what makes the NTG Paper Legacy Discord such a great place to hang out. And like I
yeah.
said, Exclamation point Discord if you want a link if you're not already in. We'd love to see more of you guys in. We are so close to 2,000 members. We would love to break 2,000 before the end of February. That would just be a huge milestone for us, and we are just super excited. So here we go. Frosty
Yeah.
on the play.
Leading off with a mana confluence into a duress right away here.
Really like that play.
Yeah.
Really like that play. I see some shadows, some delvers, some brainstorms, and a wasteland.
There's a hymn to Turok in there too of
Yeah,
note.
there is a hymn. Like I said, I think any depths player is just scared to see wasteland in an opening hand.
Yeah, for sure. Largely because, especially with this being open deck list too, Evil knows exactly what that wasteland needs to be saved for.
Yep.
Oh,
Oh, we lost. We lost our video for just a second. So sadness goes
so
on.
Evil's just dividing up the cards because yeah, the duress cannot take the Delver or the Death Shadow. That is
Yeah.
correct.
So sadness goes on the stack. We have rules in place for things that happen with cheating. We ask players to keep all their cards on the table all the time. Shuffle on the stack. Keeping their cards all the time. And I believe that's one of the bingo boards here. Like we said, we have bingo going on today with everything. Let's see what we're doing here. We've got Aether Vire is elked, two equipment on one creature. Uro escapes. We've had some storm count at 4 or higher. We've had the stack has 4 or more cards. A card is cheat into play with those omniscience. We love that in that first matchup. More than 40 power on the board with the double
That was so good.
double Evercool, double Grizzlebrand, double Monkey. That was such a good time.
That was so good.
So takes the hymn and passes. I like that grab of the hymn.
I do as well. The brainstorm, it's redundant for one, but the other thing as well is that him can actually hit your lands. So
Absolutely.
getting the him to resolve against a land centric deck, I think, is potentially really, really risky. So you definitely want to try and make sure that you're not discarding cards at random if you can avoid it.
And you're right, sadness goes on this deck. There are people out there that do cheat, and
But
if
why?
that's the kind of person you are, why? Like, what's the point? If that's the validation you need, you got it. You're the best Magic player we could ever have. Great, so great. But we take cheating accusations very seriously, as Lily just said in our Discord. Zeddy_MTG, thank you so much for the follow.
Thank
Welcome to
you.
the stream. We've only had 2 incidents of note. Like I said, we have 2,000 members, and we take things very seriously in the Discord. And like I said, we have judges on staff, including myself, a couple of other judges on staff. We have a ban process. We have an investigation process. We take these incidents very seriously. We have tournament organizers that work with our players during events like our Saturday events, and we make sure that everything that we do is at the best of DCI.
Stress ball.
Stress ball. Evil, big think tank here.
Yeah.
We make sure that we are to wizard standard of comp REL in our events, and we make sure that nothing happens. That's a Sylvan Scrying here.
That is
from Frosty.
Yep, the mana confluence, and I think that's the other thing too is the rainbow depths. You're not susceptible, like very corner case, but the fact that you're not susceptible to cards like Sundering Titan is very good.
Mm-hmm.
The other thing as well is that it allows you to play anything you need.
Yeah. Like we said, they played this match literally 2 hours ago, so these players are very well known of what they're going to be playing against here. And like we said, these players know each other very well. They have been playing together the last 3 months. They are some of the most active in our Discord, and they know what interactions they need to be doing here and when it happens. So we got a no flip on the Delver there,
and they're just crunching in, grabbing a Dark Depths off that Sylvan Scrying of note too.
Yeah.
We're going to get a brainstorm here. So it looks like Evil didn't find another land at the moment. He's probably looking to get another colored source, I would imagine here.
Yeah,
the
we know the
wasteland can
wasteland
come down.
Yeah, we do know the wasteland's in hand. Probably, yeah, absolutely. Probably looking for another UC, maybe a fetch, something that can start getting their life total down. Like we said, we have not had anything that's gotten that life total to start going down, especially for a shadow deck.
That's true, because Evil's still at 20. He's got a lot of work left to do in order to make it so he can even cast the first Death Shadow.
Yeah.
I
believe what's the magic number is to get down to what, 7 life is the magic number?
I think 7 life is probably the magic number, because then you're left with a 1 mana 6/6, which is a fantastic rate, by the way.
Yeah.
But it looks like we're just going to get the wasteland here and then pass the turn. So, of note, Evil didn't miss a land drop. However, I bet you he was probably looking for the colored source, which he didn't get.
Yeah, but here's the thing though. As our eternally surprised says, we could just see a combo here if that wasteland just doesn't sit on the if the wasteland just doesn't sit, but the wasteland does come down.
Yeah. That is a good point there. Yeah, he actually does need the Wasteland on board. That is a good point. That being said, though, if Frosty went to make the Merit Lage and the Delver flips, at least you get a turn. But at the same time, I don't know if Depths can actually handle a Resolve Merit Lage.
From what I'm seeing, not really. They don't have a card like Swords to Plowshares or Path to Exile like we saw in that last matchup in the Jeskai matchup.
Yeah, snuff out
Over here
doesn't
looking,
work.
and like you guys can see on Cardboard Live there on your stream, we can all take a look at the deck list here. Not really a whole lot we can do right now
There
with
are
that.
2 sideboard copies of Brazen Borrower. That is the only answer to Merit Lage in this deck.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely in the tank though, especially in Frosty's case, because Frosty can't. Frosty is 1 mana short of being able to just make the Merit Lage regardless of Wasteland.
That's right. There is the one of Liliana's Triumph. I forgot about that. That is also a card that
Oh,
if it's there, it can do it. So we're gonna see a merit. We're gonna see Dark Depths here.
yeah, that is still in the sideboard though,
hmm Still, we are
regardless
in
game
game
1.
one.
Yeah. So that being said though,
We are gonna
there
get a
are
Delver
4
flip here.
copies of Elvish Spirit Guide. There are 4 Elvish Spirit Guides
hmm
in Frosty's deck. So potentially Frosty could still have the Merit Lage this turn.
hmm
His Delver flip is pretty big though.
Yeah, that's super nice.
Can apply the clock, give some time. It's also a flyer which can block the Merit Lage of note,
hmm For
but
a turn.
for a turn is the thing. Because Merit Lage is just a gigantic The Abyss in this deck. Except
Yeah.
it's The Abyss that one-shots you if you don't have a flyer.
It's funny because the thing that comes out of the water wouldn't I wouldn't necessarily expect it to have flying, but it does. So
Yeah.
hidden deep within the ice water.
I think that if I'm correct on my lore as well, isn't Merit Lage also one of those big Eldrazi Titan style of monsters that can planeswalk just by basically ripping a hole in the multiverse and just jumping through?
I'm pretty sure there is someone who has written something about like Emrakul and Barrett Lodge like being brother and sister, or something on those lines.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's some sort of write up about it.
Oh, probably. Because yeah, I know that the big Eldrazi Titans, they can planeswalk through the blind eternities. They don't have a spark. They just literally rip a gigantic hole in the multiverse and on they go.
Yeah.
So we're gonna see a crunch for 3 here with the Delver. So this is putting Frosty down to 14 already. Okay, so here we go. Overgrown Tomb. And for those who are curious, this is not a budget decision. This is a you want to be paying the life.
Yeah. Fetch and shock. Fetch and shock. There is a great moment. So a little bit of story time while we're waiting for these
Oh, I
frames to.
apologize. That's not an Overgrown Tomb. That is actually a Verdant
Yeah,
Catacomb.
it's a
This is
Verdant
player
Catacombs.
art. Yes,
Yeah, it's
sorry.
Verdant that will probably go get maybe an underground or
Watery Grave.
a watery grave.
Yeah.
So great story time. One of my buddies was playing Blue Black Shadow at a
Ooh.
legacy event, and
Ooh.
he got called budget because the person didn't realize he was playing Shadow. They thought he was just running Shocklands. One of my favorite stories ever. Man in a full white suit, cream suit, just walked over and scoffed and just budget and just walked away.
That's so good.
So Pithing Needle probably naming Wasteland here.
Yeah.
Um,
So of note here, as soon as Frosty chooses a name for the pithing needle, that it's too late. You can't respond after the name has been chosen. Ooh, we're croc
wow,
rotating here. Ooh, I like that.
that's so sick. Such a
Fetch and
sick play.
response. Fetch and response. So I wonder if this is going to be a watery grave, shock, and then daze. That would be super cool.
Yeah, Water Grave down to 17.
Yeah. And in Evil's case, with how slow his life loss has been, he actually probably wants to pick up the watery grave here, I would imagine.
Yeah, absolutely. That's the first life loss they've had all game.
Yeah.
Um, with that fetch shock. That's it. For a shadow deck, we're not seeing the quadruple street wraith cycle into turn one Death Shadow.
Yeah.
Pretty much a Delver matchup for most case for the first kind of couple turns here.
Yeah. Now of note though, Frosty's still going to gain a ton of information here before she has to actually choose a name on the pithing needle.
Mm-hmm. That's a
Oh, we're getting a
brainstorm.
brainstorm. Ooh.
Pretty much, you're absolutely correct. With against depths, it's counted in 20s.
Yeah.
Um, I mean, we did see Frosty go up to 40 and come all the way back down to 0. It does happen. Um, life can mean a whole bunch of different meanings to different players here.
Yeah.
I love Shadow. When Shadow players are on like 3 or 4 life and they're just beating you with a 9/9 or a 10/10, it's just brutal. A
I
one drop
actually
10/10.
That's actually one of my favorite things about playing Death Shadow is the how low can I go before I die to burn.
Yeah.
It's the I would love to make this a 9/9 to try and kill you, but if you or a 10 to and but if you have the bolt, I die instead of you. So like
I'm
you're
gonna
at
go down to
20.
3. Great.
Yeah.
Bolt. Have fun.
Yeah, it's the whole I have 2 9/9 Death Shadows and you're at 20. So I'm hitting you for 18. If I pay one more life, I kill you, but if you bolt me, I'm dead.
My favorite card against Shadow players is Lightning Helix. Not only will
Yeah.
I take your life and possibly kill you, but I'll start healing myself as well. Make sure I
Yeah,
don't die to your 10/10.
exactly. Of note here though, Frosty actually crop rotated the Dark Depths into another Dark Depths.
Yeah, I really like that because with the
Yes.
Wasteland gone, I think it's a really, really smart card, especially now that the Wasteland is just a non-active card right now.
Yes.
Um, so I really, really like this play.
Yeah. And also, Pithing Needle being a main deck addition to all of the post decks, all of the other types of decks. Pithing Needle is in the main deck of these decks specifically for Wasteland, because one well-timed Wasteland can just completely blow you out. So Pithing Needle is there for Wasteland. In the blind, that's what you name, even if you have no idea what your opponent's on.
Edson YK, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome to the stream. We are the MTG Paper Legacy Discord, and we are in our Q1 of 2021 Invitational here. These are our top 8 players over the last 3 months, counting November, December, and January play here on the Discord. They have amassed the most wins and events played in our Discord, and they are here for that reason only. They are here to show that they are the best player, some of the best players, and some of the pillars of our community. If you want to be welcomed, if you want to join our Discord, hit that exclamation point Discord and come join in on the fun. We play Legacy, and Legacy is the best format in Magic. We love it so much.
100% agree. No bias.
No bias. I mean, I was Commander heavy for a while, and I love Modern, but man, wait, Legacy has just been so good for my mental lately. For Magic at home and like Magic over webcam, Legacy has just been. I think our within the MTG Paper Legacy, our meta has just been so healthy. Everyone's playing everything.
Yes.
It's just been so much fun. So
Yeah.
a 1 mana 1/1
Ooh, and a one
and
mana 5/5.
a 1 mana 5/5. The other version of the 1 mana 5/5.
Yeah. Yeah, potentially 2 one mana 5/5s in a row here. So delving 5 cards away. Looks like we're keeping him to Turok and Brainstorm in the graveyard.
I like that. I like that grab. I like those keeps.
Yeah.
So we've got a 1/1, a 5/5, and a 3/3 on the board.
3/2 flyer.
Oh, 3/2. That's right. Delver is a 3/2.
Yes. So we're gonna also see a ponder here. This has been a very mana efficient turn for Evil. Oh my goodness.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
It's also really good too, just in terms of budget restrictions and everything else like that too. Death Shadow is a very affordable deck. And
Mhm.
the fact that it's very good on top of being very affordable is just excellent.
Yeah, so we want to give a shout out to our 8 players here who have made the invitational. Just for making the invitational, each player will be getting one of our dark ritual tokens. Our dark ritual tokens that are made by our wonderful Alba. She's a friend of the Discord. She is Dr. Leo's, I believe, wife, correct?
Uh
Girlfriend,
sure.
wife,
Girlfriend at the
partner,
moment.
partner. Uh, Leave me alone, mods. You can leave me alone. So our dark ritual tokens. So our winner will be getting a playset of 4 dark rituals. Second place will be getting 2 tokens, and everyone else third place through 8th place will be getting one of the dark ritual tokens. Now I know Tensai already has basically 2 playsets of everything. But I would be very excited to get I'm very excited for our dark ritual tokens. They are so beautiful.
Yeah,
We're gonna pull up the art here in just a second. When we get it formatted correctly because we had it at a massive PNG. But it's going to be showing up on the screen here in just a second.
yeah.
Um,
Up note as well. Shuffle off of that ponder. Yeah, that's the dark ritual.
it's
It's
full
very
foil.
nice.
It's foil, and they're gorgeous. The art is beautiful. Thank you, Alba, for all the work you do for the MTG Paper Legacy Discord.
Yes,
Your
much
art is
appreciated.
absolutely incredible, and we just absolutely love everything you do for us. Your brainstorm was incredible. Your dark ritual is incredible. I hope we get to see some more art in the future with our next token series. We're thinking about our next token series and some
It'll be
other
good.
things maybe possibly in the year. Very excited to see it.
Yeah.
But thank you so much, Alba.
So it looks like we're just gonna pass back after crunching for 3. So this is interesting now. So Frosty's at 10.
Hmm.
So Frosty needs to do a lot here actually because Evil is 3 creatures. He's got currently 9 power on board. However, that's going to increase as Evil loses life.
Hmm.
So we got a 5/5, a 3/2, and then also the Death Shadow coming in. So of note here, okay, so we do have the Urborg. So this actually opens up more options for
Yeah,
Frosty. Thoughtseize here. Ooh.
I
Ooh.
really like this. I really like this play.
I do like the Thoughtseize to see what's coming, but at the same time, this 2 life could matter.
Yeah,
So we're actually paying 2 life here for the Street Wraith. I really like that because you need that 2 life more than anything else right now.
yeah. Why not?
Yeah. So we're going to see Fatal Push, and what looks like an Underground Sea. So not very much action going on. So Evil needs a big draw here
Yeah,
because there's going to be a Merit Lage coming up here soon. And as stands right now, that Merit Lage is going to block the Gurmag Angler and then kill Evil on the Crackback.
yeah, yeah. So 2 fatal pushes and an underground sea was what was in um, if was officially in the hand at that moment
Yeah.
after the street wraith resolved. So take a fatal push.
Yeah. And also, with knowing what the deck lists are here, I see Frosty's actually doing a very heads up call here. I guess technically with the Pithing Needle on Wasteland, it's good, but making the Merit Lage now when you know the coast is clear, you know there's no main deck answer to this Merit Lage.
Yeah,
So works out pretty good in that front. However, though, Frosty does have to be careful, though. Ooh, that was a good draw.
that's another death shadow here.
Yeah. And I actually really like just sitting back here. So now here's the problem because now the Evil can actually block this Merit Lage. As soon as the Merit Lage taps, Evil can swing on the crackback and kill.
Yep. Let's see. That's 3, 6, 11 damage for evil here. So Frosty down to
Yeah.
9. We're gonna see an Elvish Spirit Guide.
Uh
Crop
so
rotation.
we're probably floating a black, I'd imagine,
Mhm.
on the mana confluence using Urborg.
Yeah. So crop rot black. Um,
Yeah. Using the Elvis Spirit Guide to pay the green. So we're gonna crop rotate here.
what do you grab? Yeah, yeah. You grab the step.
Sajiri step, yeah. That's a good one for sure. Pro
Yeah.
blue, crunching for lethal. And yeah, you see Evil just keeping it up right now.
Yeah. That's exactly what Frosty needed to do there. That's so sick.
That was a
So
very good, very well played by Frosty.
yeah, very well done. Both players. Evil had just a board set and was ready. That was the only thing they could have done at that moment to get that win. Frosty was in a really rough spot there. Um, So let's get into sideboards here. We're going to pull up here. This is Evil's list here. We've got Grafdigger's Cages, 3 copies of Surgical Extraction. We already know what's going to come in pretty much. Liliana's Triumph and 2 copies of Brazen Borrower. We've got a
Yeah,
Limdul's Vault, a Force of Negation, 2 copies of Liliana the Last Hope, Plague Engineer, and Massacre. So we've already talked about it with chat. Uh, Brazen Borrower and Liliana's Triumph are just pretty big
absolute
pieces.
shoo-ins for this.
Yeah.
Absolute shoo-ins. I almost like Force of Negation, almost, but at the same time, I'm not really sure because you'd probably only want to use it either on a not of your world to crop rotation. Well, I guess those would probably be done during Evil's turn, but if you can use it on a Thoughtseize or a Duress, if you have a key card in your hand that you need to protect, that could be a thing. But at the same time, the blue count is not terribly high in this deck.
I also think a great card here because we were talking a lot. Corey and I were talking a lot about it in the last round. Surgical hitting a Dark Depths is just huge.
Yes, that would also be incredible as well. Yeah, Grafdigger's Cage does almost nothing here. Liliana of the Last Hope doesn't do enough. It Lily of the Last Hope and Plague Engineer can answer the Vampire Hexmage, and that's about all it does. Limduel's Vault. I could actually see the Limduel's Vault potentially coming in because in this deck you're getting one shot no matter what, so it's not like you have to preserve your life total at all. I still don't know if it's very good here, but
I'm just gonna read off a quote from Frosty here, asking Evil. All right, what's in your sideboard again? Right, millions of things to ruin my day.
excellent.
So let's hop over here to Frosty's list here. We've got 3 copies of Flusterstorm, 2 copies of Surgical Extraction, 3 Sylvan Safekeepers, 2 Abrupt Decay, 2 Torpor Orb, 1 Force of Vigor, and 2 Leyline of the Voids. What do you think for this matchup?
In this particular matchup here, I like the Abrupt Decays. Yeah, I think with this being open deck list, I think I'd probably go with the Abrupt Decays because the thing is that for the Leyline of the Void, it does stop the the Gourmet Gangler, but I don't think that's what Frosty's worried about. Frosty's more worried about the Death Shadows getting too big too early. And
Mhm.
I think that could be a very big thing. Yeah, I think that's probably about it. Potentially Sylvan Safekeeper as well, just because you know there's a Brazen Borrower coming.
Yeah, absolutely. So while we're talking about sideboards here, I do just want to give a huge shout out to all of you who are watching today on this wonderful
Oh
Saturday here.
no, Charble, are you out? Oh goodness.
Oh no, Charble, no! That means Oliver was able to overcome uh
Alurin. Oh my
alert.
goodness.
That's
Anyway, sorry
so
for interrupting you.
yeah, we just want to sorry, just update. It looks like Oliver that has is going to be moving on in our lower bracket here. Was able to beat Charble. Congratulations, Charble, for making the invitational. Congratulations for everything you've done this last 3 months. And we just want to thank all of you guys watching here. We really enjoy everything that we are able to do. For you guys, myself, Prez, all of the mods working behind the scenes, our mods who are playing in the event right now, like Evil and Oliver, who have put in the time and the effort to be here. We love you guys so much. We love working with you guys. We love hanging out and playing Magic, playing Legacy, playing anything really. We were playing Modern. We've seen some Commander shoot on our FNMs. You're getting so much love from the Painter Discord.
I know. I posted a link in there.
And we just want to thank you guys so much for being here on this wonderful start. We've got a couple more rounds to go here. We're going to get into this game 2 here with Frosty, and we're going to go ahead and dive into game 2. Looks like players are shuffling up. Yeah, from
Yep.
the bottom of our hearts, we just wanted to say thank you. We've got a lot of stuff planned for you guys in 2021. We've got some new announcements to make, hopefully in a couple of minutes here, maybe in a couple hours here. We've got some cool. We're gonna probably bring Doc in for some stuff that he's been working on. Very excited to be talking about. And so we've got another bingo here. Storm count of 4 or higher. A card is cheated to play. Force card is in a deck. Land
I
sacked
love
as
how
part of a
that's the
spell card.
free one. I love how that
Player,
is the free one. Fourth card is in a deck.
yeah, my favorite is that what they got the bingo with is player attacks for exactly 1 damage with that Delver swing. The 1/1
Nice.
Delver swung in.
That's
Thank you so
perfect.
much, Igor Meister 1202. Well, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream.
Yes. Thank you
So,
everyone as well for being here right now. We have tons of people in here, which is amazing. And thank you so much for hanging out with us today.
yeah,
Makes it all good to do this. So it's a ton of fun
I
in an
don't
event
think
too.
I don't think 6 months ago we'd ever think we would be trending on the Magic the Gathering Twitch channel, but we are trending on the Magic the Gathering page for Twitch, and I'm a little shaky about it. It's so exciting. Chili
Super
Gyro,
excited.
thank you so much for the follow. Welcome to the stream.
Yes, thank
Uh,
you very much.
Frosty's getting some love in the chat. But yeah, so as of right now, it stands. Oliver is going to be moving on to our lower bracket, beating Charble there. Charble, thank you so much for everything you've done the last 3 months. Unfortunate run of bad luck of having to play Oliver again. You did get him the first time though, so you guys are at least 1-1 on each other. But the elimination game is the one that matters.
Yeah,
Um,
exactly. And yeah, as well, Charble, like, I just want to give massive shout out to, like, even qualifying for the Invitational is massive. And for reference on how much growth the Invitational has had, our eighth seed for this season's Invitational had more points than our first seed did last
Yeah,
Invitational.
absolutely. You guys have been absolute rock stars. Everyone who has, I have one invitational point for this. I had one invitational point. I won one match in a fight night in like December, just to show how much our players are putting the time in. They have put so much time in. If you didn't qualify, we saw some people who were just 1 point or 2 points short over 3 months. We just want to say thank you guys so much. We cannot wait to see. I'm so excited. Our next invitational is in 3 months, and points reset, and we're so excited to get it going again after this weekend. To all of our EU and APAC fans out there, we do have some special announcements for you guys. We are hosting our first ever EU APAC time Saturday tournament. That is actually happening tomorrow, I believe is the
Sunday,
correct time.
technically.
Yeah, Sunday technically. It is framed for you guys so that you guys don't have to play in American time zones or Western time zones. We want to make sure that you guys have the ability to play where you're comfortable in a friendly environment for your space. So you're not playing at 3, 4 o'clock in the morning like we know some of our players are.
Yeah.
Um,
So for reference, that's going to start at 10 Greenwich Mean Time GMT. So 9:30 GMT is when you have to register by. Which for anyone who is in North America who would like to play, or in South America, that is 4:30 a.m. Eastern time. You have to
Taking
be
a nap
registered
after the
by.
invitational. We're grinding this season. I think I'm
Oh
gonna try
yeah,
to make the invitational myself.
yeah. Also of note too, Bowling Ben, thank you so much for being out here as well. Bowling Ben is from Denmark, and it's probably pretty late at night for you right now. Same thing with Evil there. Evil's in Germany, so, and Tensai is even in Dubai, which is even farther east. So
Yeah, we want to thank you, Bowling Bent, as another Jeskai lover. Thank you so much for qualifying and playing Jeskai in the top 8. It made my heart just flutter. I was so excited. A perfect start here from Evil. Shock, fetch, shock, Thoughtseize, down to 15 already. Um,
yeah, good old lava axe. I
yeah,
love it.
great start here.
Yeah.
Takes
I
the
remember when
Vampire
this is
Hex
actually a
Mage.
good I remember when this was a good play in modern even when you weren't playing Death Shadow.
Yeah, absolutely. Every Jund player likes to do this too. It's a perfect time for Jund. It's a
Yeah.
perfect time for anything that ran Lingering Souls and Stoneforge Mystics and basically Fetch Shock Thoughtseize is just a great
Yeah.
turn one in any format you're playing.
Yeah. Can I
It
also
allows you.
just say how stellar Frosty's hand is right now?
Yeah, that was a sick hand.
Depth
Two crop.
stage, depth stage Urborg. So you have that, plus the Vampire Hex Mage, and then Sylvan Scrying, and then 2 crop rotations.
Yeah, I would almost call that a perfect 7 for depths.
Yeah.
It's like the God 7.
One of
Lynn
the crop
Chalice.
rots into a not of this world, and you'd have basically perfect.
Lynn Chalice, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome to the stream. Thank you guys so much for being here. We are in round 3 of our quarterly invitational. These are our top 8 players for the last 3 months of play.
Yeah. So Evil's got a much more damaging hand this time around. Oh goodness. So
And
Evil's gonna be at 10 life at the end of turn 2.
yeah, and we have an announcement. Tensai has officially been awarded the bye into the final. They beat Champagne with Sneak and Show. Sneak and Show
Wow.
has defeated Esper Vile, so Champagne will be dropping down to the lower bracket against the loser against the winner of Evil Frosty or whoever wins this match versus
Versus
Oliver.
Oliver.
Yep.
Yeah. And also, I just want to stress as well, Tensai's been on an absolute tear lately. Like his matches played is astronomical, especially for how high his win percentage is.
And a great start here from Evil. Turn 2, 3-3.
Yeah. Yeah. Turn 2, 3-3. Absolutely fantastic. Absolutely fantastic start.
I have not seen Jund Death Shadow in a very long time. We see a lot of Grixis Death Shadow as the splash color with red. I would love to see you show up in our Discord with a Jund Death Shadows list. I would
I
just
have
love
a
to see
kitty
some Veil
making
of
a
Summers.
cameo.
Welcome to the stream, Kitty. Another Thoughtseize, a Frosty with the Thoughtseize here.
Yeah, that's a pretty good draw.
Yeah, Champagne, you do get a bye. You're going to be playing the winner of the winner of this match versus Oliver.
Yes. So yeah, we're gonna have on the bracket there. Yes, it's this match is gonna go. So that's just it. We are now at the bottom of the lower bracket,
Mhm.
right? And so we're gonna be basically going from the bottom, working our way up the whole time. So it looks like the force of negation was a thing that happened on the Thoughtseize.
But a huge pitch though with the Brazen Borrower.
Oh my goodness, I didn't even notice that.
That's
Ouch.
a huge pitch.
That is a huge pitch.
I mean, if you're going
Goodness.
to lose it the right way, I guess.
Hey, Limb Duel's Vault, let's go.
Commander Staple Limdol's Vault, one of my favorite cards in Magic. So the way this works, if you're not familiar, is basically Evil gets to now look through piles of 5 in his library and basically begin sculpting his deck. He's going to look at the top 5 and determine if he wants to keep them on top or not, or put them on the bottom and pay a life and do it again.
Yes.
This is such a sick card. I was not expecting to see this in an invitational final for Legacy. What a
Yeah.
sick card. This is a
And
game ender in Commander.
yeah, and another thing as well too, Evil has a lot of room to do some really, really mean stuff with this.
Well, also
So,
just imagine you just crank your life total down more and more and more.
well, exactly, and that's just it. Is that Evil can potentially do this up to 7 times, make the Death Shadow a 10/10, and then put Frosty on a turn 2 or 2 turn clock.
Absolutely. So the first one he gets to look at, if he decides to keep those, he will lose no life, but it didn't like that. So he's going to look at the next top 5.
Yeah,
So now we will take a damage and continue the process.
yeah. I
Um,
imagine unless he finds something absolutely stellar, he's probably just going to keep shipping them on purpose.
yeah. And we just want to thank, we are seeing that we are at over 100 viewers today on this stream.
Oh,
And
amazing!
we just want to say thank you guys from the bottom of our hearts. Our mods are freaking out in our mod chat about it. Thank you
Yeah,
guys so much for being here, for showing us love. And we hope that we are giving you exactly what you're looking for in a Legacy Discord and a Legacy environment. Uh, we love Legacy. We love the format, and we are seeing just huge amounts of growth. We've heard from a couple of different people around the country and around the world that's saying that we are one of the best places to play Paper Magic, and we would love to see you guys come and play.
yeah. So Mr. Fringe, monthly leagues, what happens is that you basically the last Tuesday of the month, the leagues excuse me, the league signups will go live for the following month, right? Then the first Tuesday of the following month, league play will start. You'll then have between 2 and 3 weeks to finish off your 5 or 6 matches, however many it is. And then from there, once you do that, we will then cut to a playoff with the winner of each pool. Once you're there, then it'll be open deck list, and then you'll compete your way back up to try and eventually win the league.
Yep.
So it's a lot of fun. I actually won last month, which was hype. So that was sweet. But the league is a lot of fun. You play against a ton of people. So I definitely go and try it out. And again, it's you play at your own pace, and we try to group people by pool in pools with similar time zones. So
Xylophone, thank you so much for the follow. And also, like we said, every win you get in the league is a win, is a point for the invitational to get you into this event right here. So these players, so you get to pick when you play. You get to you schedule at your own time.
yeah,
We
if
ask
you
you
want to
play.
play all 5 of your matches in one day, go for it.
Yep. So
As
we
long
ask
as the
that
other
you we
yeah,
ask
go
that
ahead.
you play your first, at least one match in your first week, till that way we know that you are in the league, that you're here, that you're around. We do have some players just not show up, or something, some kind of outside thing happens to where they have to drop from the pool. It happens. We understand life happens. So for the February league, registration is currently closed, but we will be opening it up within the first week of March for the March league. But it is
So we're
play at your own place. You schedule the matches within your pod. Our wonderful mod team and Ann are all over it. Invictus_threat, thank you so much for the follow.
yes, much appreciated. Of note, Evil's a 3 life.
Oh, Tarmagoat, what a great name.
That is a
Tarmagoat.
fantastic name.
Welcome to the stream. Thank you so much for the follow.
Ooh, we're
Going
down
down
to
has
2.
2. That's an
Oof.
11/11 Death Shadow, by the way.
Yeah. So of note here, if he's done this 8 times, Evil's seen 40 cards,
Yeah.
which that's a lot of cards.
Yeah. We're gonna keep this one, we're gonna go to 1. Keeps it. All right, stays at 2.
Yeah. So this is really interesting now. So I imagine that there's got to be something coming up here because that the issue is here is that we know that Frosty has the Dark Depths in hand. So Evil can't just crunch for 12, right?
Mhm.
And then or crunch for 11 and then not do anything else. Evil needs to deploy another threat here.
Yeah, absolutely. Because they have
It,
put themselves in a great position as a shadow player, but when you put yourself in a great position as a shadow player, you put yourself in lethal very, very quickly.
yes. So of note here though, I think what Evil needs here is Evil probably is going to need to end up finding a way to fetch or get a land that can cast another Death Shadow if Evil wants to get in here.
I would
So
love to see, like I said, I would like Champagne. I would love to see just a wasteland on top.
yeah, that would be excellent.
If it's a wasteland on top, it's probably just game. Plays an untapped, I mean a tapped
Yeah,
watery grave.
yeah, he cannot pay the life cost to have it come in untapped, otherwise Evil will die.
Yeah, and we go to our next match. We go to,
Yeah,
and
basically.
unfortunately, Evil would eliminate himself with that play.
Yeah,
Um, so Frosty in a world of hurt right now. She
yeah,
is kind of up against the wall right now, staring down an 11/11 beast of a death shadow.
yeah. This is definitely kind of rough. There is another possibility as well that Frosty could, have drawn a vampire hex mage and played it out,
Hmm.
but looks like we're making a copy of the Merit Lage right now. Oh, there's the Liliana's Triumph on top. Oh my goodness. And yes, Triumph does play around step as well. So we're
That's
gonna get the
so insane.
untap, upkeep, draw, and then cast Liliana's Triumph, sacrifice a creature,
And we
crunch
are
for
going to
11.
go to
Wow.
round. We're going to go to a game 3 here. That's so
Yeah.
sick.
And also gets around Not of This World. That is a very good point,
Yeah.
Champagne.
Such a cool card. That's such a great one of in the list.
Yeah. Can I
All
also
right.
just mention as well about how good that was that or how lucky that was that Evil's last batch of cards, as in when he went below 10 life, was where he found the Liliana's Triumph?
Such a sick set of cards right there. Um, I mean, you're either looking to either set yourself up for a wasteland there, or the Lily. I think you're just looking for either a removal spell with the Liliana's Triumph.
Yeah,
Um,
for sure.
I think I honestly believe Evil. I'm sure if we got to talk to them after this match, he was digging for that Triumph.
Oh, I 100% agree. And I think that that's the other thing as well. Is that something I wasn't thinking about? Was I was more thinking he needs to deploy another threat to get around the Merit Lage to block. But at the same time, the having removal that actually works on Merit Lage. So even a Brazen Borrower would have done it too.
Yeah, Chili Jar, it's such a sick card to see when those cards you don't expect to see just show up. Limdal's Vault is some incredible tech.
Yeah.
Like I said, these players have been talking for about a week now about what they were going to be playing, what they wanted to be seeing. Um, uh, it's just they've been talking to each other for about a week now, and they are trying to metagame each other, trying to outthink one another. And they have been absolutely on one about these sideboard techs. They've just been so good. These
Yes.
matchups have
These
just been
sideboards
so
are
strong.
incredibly good.
We saw it in that game one where those sideboards really mattered. We're seeing it here in this matchup where these one ofs and two ofs and these sideboards are just making all of the difference. A one of Liliana's Triumph with a Limdal's Vault is just such a nasty 1/2,
Yeah.
especially in a Death Shadows list where you need to put yourself at 2, 3, 4 lives.
Yeah. Also, I just want to mention something as well for people who are like, there's a lot of graveyard hate for how much graveyard's being played today. Many of the players who actually qualified for this invitational got there by riding Thassa's Oracle decks.
Yeah, they did. We keep shouting them credit. Tensai, probably one of the best Cephalid breakfast players I've ever watched. That man knows that deck inside and out.
Yeah.
and is not playing it today. And there's a lot of hate for that deck if it was here today.
Oh yeah. I know as well. Tensai was joking around about how he wishes he was playing Cephalid Breakfast today because that the mirror match made his head hurt so much. But at the same time, with looking at all these sideboards, I bet he's probably glad he didn't in the end, especially because he's still undefeated in the top bracket.
Yeah, absolutely.
And yeah, Champagne, you absolutely cleared out a bunch of weeklies actually on Oops, which was very impressive. So
Yeah. I mean, if you talked or you didn't, it's no biggie. I know that I know that Oliver and Frosty talked for a couple of hours about Torpor Orb being their card for the tournament, and we haven't really seen one yet, which is the funniest thing. At least on the stream, maybe they've seen some play on the other tables.
well, there's
Um,
two decks that get hurt by Torpor Orb here, and one of them's eliminated, and the other one just moved down to the lower bracket. So that's Champagne and Charble. Those are the two that don't want to see the Torpor Orbs.
So we are getting a word that one of our players has to take a step away from the table for a little bit. So let's just run through what's left in the tournament. So we know that Oliver is. Let's look at what Oliver is running right now. So Oliver is sitting on this super sick infect list that is also splashing some white. Um,
Yes.
so Oliver, one of our new mods for the Discord here, since one of our players is going to take a step away, we're going to take some time to just kind of talk about what's still in the tournament. Um, and so we got this wonderful infect list here. Let's see what else we got. Tensai is, I believe, on Sneak
Sneak
and
and Show
Show. Yeah,
with the
which was
Omniscience package.
with the Omniscience package, which was such a sick first round matchup. Uh, Against Rax. That was such a one of the best matches I think we've had on stream in a long time.
Yeah, that was absolutely incredible. Yeah,
Um,
I was absolutely thrilled that that was how we kicked today off. It was so
yeah,
good.
that. If you want to start an invitational, right, you start with a sneak and show matchup that went to get 3 games and almost went to time. That
Yeah.
was such a fun thing. Um, my favorite list that I love because I'm a Vial player. I love Aether Vial as a card. Let's take a look at this wonderful Esper Vial list that is in the 2 seed here. Some of my favorite cards in Magic are in here: Meddling Mage, Skyclave Apparition, Recruiter of the Guard, the Godsend himself, Aether Vial. I really
Yeah.
like the one of Palace Sailor.
Yeah. Of note as well, and I do remember Champagne making note of this before the tournament, is this is an open decklist event. 4x
Mhm.
meddling mage in an open decklist event is very good.
Yeah, it is. I mean, and so far they've been playing well. Just the only losses to Tensai, but we've got plenty of time left. We got more matches to come.
Oh yeah,
Uh,
for sure. And
yeah,
of note too, like Tensai again, I keep on mentioning this. He's been on an absolute tear. Like his win rate and his total amount of points right now is just astronomical.
yeah.
Like I
And
don't
like
think he's played a single weekly in the past 6 weeks that he hasn't been in top 5.
that's crazy. So we are like we have the players here in the chat here. So Champagne has taken out the Meddling Mages in all but 2 of the matches. That's crazy.
Wow, that's
That's crazy.
impressive.
But yeah, we just want to we're gonna keep rolling here. I am just so proud of the community we have been building this couple of days. We are at 1,962 members here. We are 38 players away from hitting 2,000. You guys have been absolutely incredible for supporting us. We hope that we have done a good job of giving you guys what you want to see with legacy content, legacy matchups, uh, events, and we'd love listening to new suggestions. If you've got any suggestions on what you want to see here, either on our YouTube channel, our Twitch channel, we've got a whole lot more coming up. I know that myself and a couple of the judges are looking at making some wacky interaction guides for Legacy, talking about let's talk about the gemstone mine interaction with crop rot. Doesn't work that way. You can't use the last counter on a gemstone mine to use a crop rot. The crop rot's
Yeah.
gone. The gemstone mine's gone before the crop rot resolved,
Yeah,
and
there's
stuff
a
like
lot
that.
of weird stuff like that. That'll be super cool too. There's a lot of really weird interactions in Legacy.
Yeah.
So
So
we're
we're
gonna
gonna
lead off here with Urborg into duress and looking
What
at
a monster hand for
wow.
evil. Good
Of note
lord.
here too, which is impressive, is because Brazen Borrower is a creature on this side, Frosty can't duress the petty theft.
Yeah, for those who do not know, everywhere but the stack, it is a creature. You cannot mystical tutor for a card that has an adventure. Everywhere but the stack, it is a creature. I'm getting word that we are at 113 viewers. You guys are absolutely incredible. Thank you guys for
Thank you
everything.
so much for being here.
We're about halfway through our invitational here. I cannot wait to see what our viewer count is when we hit the finals. Whoever is playing in that
It'll be
final is
good.
going to get so much love in this chat because they've got the entire Discord behind them. Just everyone cheering for them. I'm a little sad. I'm not going to be casting the final. I believe it's. Are you casting the final, Prez?
Yeah, I am casting the final. Yeah.
So jealous. Cookie Ninja, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome to the MTGPL Paper Legacy Discord stream. 12 posts, man. I know we've got a lot of 12 post players in this
Oh
Discord.
yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of 12 posts around our Discord. It's a good time. Of note as well, for anyone who's curious, the RMTGPL meta is very different from the MTGO meta. So all these Teamer Delver decks and Snoko decks, Ailstream Victor, thank you very much for the follow. All the Snow and Delver decks that you see online are much less represented on the MTGPL.
I
Part of it is because that it's just people play what they like to play, but
But like
you know,
even though we are playing in a prize turnout tournament here, and there's not a team or Delver deck here, our meta plays everything. We see
yeah,
everything. You're a painter player. Painter is just one of those niche decks that people love or they hate, but you are one of the quintessential painter players on this Discord.
yeah,
I'm a Taxus player, but I also know how I'm also trying my hardest to build a dumb Jeskai Ascendancy legacy list. Will
that
it
sounds
ever happen?
awesome. On
No.
another
But
note, we just got a turn 2 Merit Lage.
yeah, we did.
Wow.
Yeah,
So this
absolutely
needs to be a
insane.
flip. Oh, that being said though, so if Frosty has not of this world, I think this is just game over. Because Frosty can not of this world on the petty theft. However, without that, this Delver needed to flip so it can block.
Yeah, this may just be it if there's no answer here.
Oof.
That could
That's
be a
pretty
real
fast.
that could be a real kick. Frosty, she had the perfect answer here for the
Yep.
turn to dark with a turn to Merit Lage.
Yep. Of note as well, Frosty was our number 1 seed at the last invitational too.
Yeah. She she is one of our quintessential pillars. She will talk to anyone in this Discord about anything. Um, just a great overall human, great overall player. She is, I would say, a pillar of our community, and I know we personally love casting her matches. She plays everything. We love talking to her, and it's an honor to have her in our Discord. Evil is one of our great mods. We love having him. One of our new mods. That's a petty theft.
Yep. Oh, and the not of this world was there. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Evil making a quick comment about the game there, and it looks like during the upkeep, yeah, so Evil's just dead here. He said, "Here, this means I am dead." That is unfortunate, don't you think?
So that means both of our rematches went the other way.
Which is super cool.
That's
And
so
probably
insane.
probably one of the most impressive and exciting things about double elimination is the whole rematch and the bracket reset.
Yeah.
There's so much that can happen in a double elimination event.
Yeah. That is absolutely insane. So that means we are going to be moving on here. We're going to take a quick little break here, but we are going to be back against Infect versus Depths. I am super excited. Prez, I will see you later, I believe. I believe you're taking a step out next round, or
I'm taking the next round off the table spot, and then I will be back for rounds 5 and 6.
all right. So I will see you in round 5. I'll be back in. I'll be back with. I believe Astrid will be joining me on stream for round 4, and
Yes.
I am very excited to be casting with Astrid. So we're gonna take a quick break, guys. Stick around. We've got Rainbow Depths versus Infect in our bottom bracket matchup next. Thank you guys so much. We will see you guys in a couple of minutes.
Thank you.